On that note, I did want to touch on this a little bit because I was watching a video about this, but there's this guy, his channel is called 1M. Like, that's a dope name because, like, it's not often that you get to find, like I find, like, I have a pretty unique name on YouTube. You don't find people that, like, have, like, a one kind of name thing. But he's talking about the fact that, like, utilizing a system of, like, 8 months of hard work and then, like, 4 months of, like, relaxing, not as crazy, and then going back in. And I thought that was, like, fire. That was a great, the way he explained it was dope. I'll drop a link in the description about that video. I think it was cool. But basically, he just talks about the fact that, like, everyone talks about, like, the great lock-in, or everybody talks about, like, the winter arc, and it's like, bro, no. And I'm going to add something onto this, but he's like, no. Like, it's really just, like, 8 solid months of doing boring, grudging shit. And it's, like, just consistently showing up. And I needed that for my mindset just to understand, like, in a world that we have that's so fast-paced, we think that all the time, like, things are just going to, you know, in 4 months. And there are some unicorns. Like, there are unicorns that make that happen. There are unicorns that, you know, start for a couple months and then shit just happens to work and there you go. Now they're a millionaire. But the character isn't there, the work isn't there, the mindset isn't there because it came quicker. So when you have to work for something and it takes a bit longer for you to get it, you definitely appreciate it a lot more and you utilize that character into all the elements of, like, what you do. Like, obviously that character tends to stem with discipline and et cetera, et cetera. But and I'm okay with that. Like, I understand, like, it's gonna be a process. I think in decades, like, you know, I study some of the greats, and the biggest consensus that I always see that everybody comes to is just making sure that you think in decades. Obviously, you're gonna have to have times where, you know, you chill and have fun, but you don't want to minimize your youth, but you also don't want to overexploit your youth at the same time, right? So you don't want to, like, only live in the future and never enjoy, like for me, I stay in shape because, like, I love the fact that I'm young and I have this body and I have this energy and I can create and sculpt my health. You know what I mean? Like, good health habits, because as you get older, there's a bit of a drop off. Not a bit. It's literally after certain years. I think it's like after 40 something, you literally every single year is a drop off. Like, you decrease muscle percentage, everything decreases. So right now, like, that's, like, a big thing that I make sure, like, but that's long term thinking in the sense of, like, I want a good body long term, so I work out long. You see what I'm saying? So the other part is, like, also don't overexploit your youth, which is, like, you gotta also make sure that you're doing things that are going to be beneficial towards you, because at the end of the day, you don't want to like end up doing all these things that don't benefit you, right? You don't want to get to a point where you're like, oh, like, all I do is party, drink, this and this and that, and then you get to a point where, like, oh shit, what happened these past X amount of years? And it's like, bro, all you did was overexploit. Yeah, yes, you're young, you have fun, and I might just be boring in that sense, but when he was talking about it, I was like, bro, this is, like, amazing, because this is how I think. Like, I think like this all the time. I'm like, that's why I say eat your veggies. Like, eat your veggies is literally a phrase that is saying, like, eat your veggies is basically doing the stuff that you know you should be doing and don't want to be doing, so that way you can just enjoy the rest of the meal, which is enjoy the rest of the stuff that you're going on. Like, right? I'm not going to sacrifice every single moment of my 20s, but I am going to make sure that I set myself up to be good. Like, I've had fun. I've had a lot of fun. And there's a lot of fun that I'm going to have. Like, later this year, I got a trip booked out with my friends and my girlfriend. Like, half of that is my friends, half of it is with my girlfriend. So it's like, I'm going to have moments of, like, my threshold for how much fun I need to have isn't that high compared to somebody else. Like, I have fun with just spending quality time with my friends and et cetera, et cetera. So it's like, one of the things that I feel like we need to understand is that there's this weird balance of, like, live your youth, but also don't overuse your youth, because you still need to set yourself up. Like, you only get older. You don't get younger. You get older. So, like, if you're only ever focused on being young right now, you have to understand that, like, that shit dies out at some point. You need to understand that at some percentage of your brain, whether it's 30 to 40%, I mean, there's different percentiles for everybody, but at some point, you need to understand that a percentage of your brain needs to be thinking about your future, while the other part is enjoying the present moment. And that's hard to do. And people don't like to do that. People either like to just fully focus on then everything will be good. And then everything else is like, now, everything's good. So, like, for me, there's certain shit that I want and certain things that I don't have that I'm like, that's going to be amazing to have in the future. But I also understand that, like, if I don't enjoy the shit that I have now and I'm not grateful for what I have now, I'm going to be completely miserable. Because let's say it doesn't happen the way that I wanted to later on in life. It's like, why would you sit there and, like, literally create a box of being demoralized your whole life until this thing works out? And if it doesn't happen the way you want it to, then now you're completely like, just what the fuck did I do? I just spent all of my years not enjoying anything. So it's a weird balance of having a good time with little and then planning to have a great time when you have a lot in abundance. So that's a bit of a yap. I don't even know if, like, I think I might make that I might clip this and make it a video in itself compared to a vlog. But yeah, I just wanted to say that if you're young, like me, like I'm 23, right? So people who are younger than me, they are like, oh, what up, huh? I'm like, bro, I've barely started. Like, 30s is like really when people like are like, oh shit, like I get to actually like live because I figured some shit out a bit. Like, I'm still stumbling over myself all the fucking time. Anytime I get on a sales call, I'm scared. Anytime I'm doing anything business related, I'm nervous as fuck. Like, I am constantly anxious about what's going on because, I mean, I'm just naturally kind of a paranoid individual, but I feel like that's most people, especially with the way that things can operate and how fast things can move now. But one of the things that I do pay attention to is the fact that it's like, bro, I'm young. So if you're young, understand that you have boundless, limitless potential when it comes to what you can offer and do for yourself. And what I mean by that is just that you have time. Like, time is our biggest asset. It is the biggest asset that we have. And not understanding and utilizing it is going to be the biggest downfall of a lot of people. We are now in what I call the new like industrial revolution, or like some people are coining the term like the new gold rush. And what that essentially means is that, you know, the first form of like technology was like everything that was related towards agriculture, right? And then it came the industrial revolution, and then the internet came in the 90s, and then it's, you know, the internet and tech has just been incrementally over the years. I mean, I say in increments, but it's really been fucking substantial amounts of growth every few years, right? But now we're at the point of AI. AI is the biggest disruptor, like, ever. Like, it is the biggest disruptor ever. And the reason why I bring that up is that we are young and have access to it. And I don't want to sound like one of those people that are like, you have the world at your fingertips, but you literally do. Like, I've been able to optimize my thinking and create a second brain with this shit. Like, a lot of things that I overthought before, I'm just like, oh, thank God I can make projects and just offload those into that and then return to those conversations when I want to. And I've been able to like just create like overall business plan ideas just because I can see and talk to something, and I can augment it to speak to me in a way that isn't just like fluff. Like, you can have the whole like, oh, you're doing such a great job. Like, you can have that option, but it's like, bro, make it like concrete. Like make it a strategist. Make it have nuance to it. And of course, it's not infallible, bro. Like, it's not going to get to a point where like it never makes a mistake. But I mean, the accuracy percentage compared to a human being that you want access to that you're not going to have is pretty fucking, it's scary, bro. Like, you can talk to AI and strategize and at least get a skeleton blueprint of what it is that you want to do, and then just follow through with action. And here's the point that I'm going to make. Even with this, we are now at a point where people are so normalized to the idea of AI that it's going to go like straight over people's heads. And what I mean by that is, like, if you do not act now, if you do not learn this shit now, if you do not study this now, if you do not learn about coding, tech, if you do not get your brain familiarized with this new language that everyone is going to speak, you will not understand nothing. Everyone, like the boomers, everyone did it when the internet came out. No one wanted to use it. No one wanted to use the tech. And then businesses, they wanted to rely on just the fact that their business operated just on the manual, traditional stuff, right? Every single business, even tech businesses, are laying off people because of AI. If that doesn't scream anything to you, I don't think you understand the severity of what's going to happen. Prime example, the time difference between, I'm passionate right now. Fuck it, let's keep going. The time difference between the agricultural tech, like start, and then the industrial revolution, start, and then the tech revolution, start, or the internet, start. Bro, there was hundreds of years, I think, between agriculture and industrial revolution, and then it was like 100 years between industrial revolution and internet. Like it was 100. Like the years keep decreasing. So what I'm saying is like, bro, if you don't move and figure something out now, yo, I don't think in this lifetime you'll find another thing. It's just gonna keep like moving. Like I don't know if we're gonna be able to top AI because it's self-sufficient. It learns. So it's one of those things where it's like, bro, if you don't learn how to operate this thing now, or at least understand how to speak it, bro, you might pass away and the opportunity of the new age gold rush might be just gone. And again, this could all be theory. This could all be theory. I could just be yapping right now. But what I'm understanding is that the concept of being able to create something from your brain and organize it in a much faster and efficient and effective fashion than before is something that you need to understand is insane. You can make a diet, you can make a workout specifically augmented to what you need. Like your body fat percentage. You just do you can literally just grab all the information on the outside. You can get your BMI. You can, and obviously not all of that is exactly like even the US like standard of like, oh, what is a BMI? What's the ideal BMI? Like whatever, right? Let's say you just go with a baseline, like this is my body fat percentage. This is my goal. This is my weight. This is what I want to do athletically, et cetera, et cetera. I'll give it, I am in the best shape of my life because I created a workout plan that basically people pay personal trainers and online coaches X amount of dollars for. I literally created my own, I am in the best shape of my life. I have body fat, I still want to work. I have body fat percentage that I want. The diet that I eat now is crazy because of the fact, like, especially in a dining hall when you just grab anything. Bro, I see people go in the dining hall and just grab anything. They just grab anything, bro. Huh? Like, bro, this is your body. What do you just grab it? I've seen a cupcake, a burger, and curly fries all on the same plate. Huh? What? And then wash it down with a nice Mountain Dew. Oh, yeah, your stomach's bubbling. I'm sorry. But, yeah. I guess here's what I want to end off with before my camera dies. Understand that you are now in a phase where everything can be in the palm of your hand if you just learn how to use it. And if you don't know how to use it, just ask, how do I use you to the most effective ability? The AI is programmed to answer that. Simple. We will see where we're at 10, 20 years from now. That's all I'm going to say. I'm done. Bye.